So it's a new week, still getting ready for June 12th for the all new Irish Xtreme to make my present known. So far this week, starting Saturday night, it's been nothing but thunderstorms really around here. A couple tornado warnings, what have you. Nothing big for the Irish Xtreme. But new week of prep time to get ready to debut the new and improved Irish Xtreme in Devotion Championship Wrestling. It's definitely going to surprise people. The new gear, the new look, the new attitude, the new aggressiveness. And people are going to realize that going to the Xtreme means that they are going to have to fight for their survival. They're going to fight tooth and nail, literally drip sweat, blood, and tears just to make it through the night. There might be some other secret works with DCW that I'm not going to divulge because it's going to be pretty interesting to see what comes about from it. But there might be something else that comes out. And last night was AEW Dark Elevation and Violence in Action. The last two people that I wrestled against in Devotion. The one where my tag team partner Andrew Sowell left me high and dry to get my ass kicked. They were on AEW Dark Elevation last night, and here's the picture of who they went against. So as you can see from that picture and the picture of me in the ring laying hands to Roman Roselle, that I was in the ring with these guys. So I know that I've been in the ring with people, against people, working with people that's now made their debut in AEW. So it's just more motivation to hit the ground, hit the pavement more, and get better and better more, just to get that chance to go follow those that I have worked with, follow those that I've been in the ring with to the promised land. And this all new Irish Xtreme is going to be something that'll help me get there. And from here on out, it's going to be looking not just more DCW bookings, but more out of state, more out of Colorado bookings. Because to make it big, you got to get out of Colorado. That's for sure. So, yeah. This week, prep time. AEW Dark Elevation gave me more motivation to do it, to get the things done. So, more prep time this week for June 12th for the all-new Irish Xtreme to get there. So, I'm leaving the tanning salon, just in my weekly tanning sesh, and I'm leaving with good news, huge news. For the first time ever, not a match, because like I said, matches, they get the higher views, obviously. Matches is what gets the views. But for the first time ever, one of my vlogs is over 100 views. 100 views, which it was kind of controversial whether there was good comments or bad comments. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Whatever. My comments were what they were, and it shows the direction that the Irish Xtreme is going to. why I must have this attitude change, why I must be more aggressive, be more hard-hitting, taking people to the extreme for real. Because after seeing AEW Dark Elevation, seeing people I've been in a ring with, and continuing to see friends of mine on AEW, it further shows that a change is needed for the Irish Extreme to make it to that level. And the change is here. The new attitude of not caring what people say, the new attitude of what is show that aggression, the change of attitude, the change of look from head to toe in gear, the change of look, and the change of making my opponent fight for survival is what it's going to take for the Irish Extreme. Not only to have more shows, more bookings outside of Colorado, but to take the Irish Extreme to the very top. And so here it is, the new count for the new vlog. As you can see, it's over 100. So with it being over 100 and seeing how people responded to it, you better believe there's going to be more content like that. You better believe that it's more towards where the Irish Extreme is going, and less towards behind the scenes stuff. More towards me talking about what's happening with shows, what's happening with the Irish Extreme, and less talking about what's going on with Ronnie. If you get what I'm saying. So this is the Irish Extremes vlog. This ain't Ronnie's vlog. This is the Irish Extremes vlog. If you get what I'm saying. No behind the scenes stuff. And the more serious, more aggressive, more change of attitude, change of gear. That's right now. I'm going to put a shout out to Kyla Custom Rockwear. They did my new gear, and they are huge gear makers. They do the same type of jeans gear that they did for me. They do for Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Vincent in Ring of Honor. They did some of Lance Archer's jeans. They do traditional pro wrestling gear for the likes of Randy Orton, Ruby Riott, Matt Taven. They do gear for Chris Jericho. They do a lot of stuff for Chris Jericho. These are mainly the ones that do the stuff for Chris Jericho. So that shows you how big the gear makers are that made the new Irish Extreme pro wrestling jeans. Huge gear makers. And, it's, people are going to be surprised when they see the new attitude of the Irish Extreme. And with that said, and with the new views and the new interest in this vlog, you better believe coming right up is something like you seen last week. So I'm back here where last week I spit some truth. I said what was on my heart, on the Irish Extreme's heart, on my mind, and it got some reactions. Some people loved it, some people liked it, some didn't, and some had negative things to say. It is what it is. It was to get people's minds open at the change that is coming from the Irish Extreme. And yeah, there might be people here in Colorado that don't like the Irish Extreme, that wants to see the Irish Extreme gone. Well, the time for the Irish Extreme to worry about Colorado is done. Because to make it in this business, someone from Colorado has to leave Colorado. Has to take bookings outside of Colorado. And that is what the Irish Xtreme is doing. So yeah, all the hate that the Irish Xtreme is getting, all the people that want to see the Irish Xtreme gone, that's fueling the change in attitude. The change in aggression that's coming from the Irish Xtreme. It's giving the Irish Xtreme a whole new look. A look that is going to get him those bookings outside of Colorado. Because once they see what comes June 12th at DCW in Utah, those bookings are going to come. They're going to see exactly what the Irish Xtreme is capable of. And Colorado, they're going to find out that the Irish Xtreme's heart is still beating. There's still breath going into my lungs. The Irish Xtreme is still alive. I have not faded away. And whoever steps in the ring with the Irish Xtreme on June 12th, they better realize that it is not the same Irish Xtreme. Them and the rest of the United States pro wrestling world is going to find out that when you step in the ring with the Irish Xtreme, you are fighting not to win a match, but you are fighting for survival. Come June 12th in DCW, they're going to learn what it means to go to the Xtreme. And those who want to see the Irish Xtreme gone, those that I talked about last week, those that I'm talking about now, they're going to realize that the Irish Xtreme's time in Colorado is done. He's on to better states. He may even return to some states out east. But it starts with Utah on June 12th. So the other day, yeah, I did another one of them on the couch, keeping it real moments, which really a lot of people like. The keeping it real moments is getting me a lot, still climbing in views because of it, which is good. It's exposure. It's getting in front of people's eyes, which is what we want, but also it helps get more stuff off my chest. Like I talked about out-of-state bookings. Colorado is unknown in the pro wrestling world, and because of that, out-of-state bookings is huge, and that's really the goal. Get out of Colorado. And I see a lot more friends debuting on AEW. That's something that I want. And if it wasn't for my shoot job and worrying about a shoot job out there, I would definitely move to Georgia to do the Nightmare Factory. I definitely would get out of Colorado. That's always the goal. So hopefully June 12th, they like the new change in the Irish Xtreme, the new attitude in the Irish Xtreme, and it gets me more out-of-state bookings, because that's really what is important right now, is getting out of state. Had a nice person hit me up on Facebook that Monday it's going to be something huge on Monday. So looking forward to that on Monday. For this weekend, tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of Hana Kimura's death. Unneeded death, really. Shouldn't have happened. Cyberbullying is bad. And because that's what led to her death, was the cyberbullying. Don't do it, because it's real bullying, even though you can't see the person. But tomorrow's the anniversary. I got the Hana Kimura pay-per-view on Fight, and I'll watch it tomorrow before I go in for my shoot job. But yeah, I love in the response that the last week's promo video got. So definitely gonna be doing that more often, like I just did in the previous scene. Keeping it real. And here on out, worrying about out of state, out of Colorado bookings, because that's what's important, and all the stuff that's festered deep inside, everything is leading to the new attitude change, the new aggression, the new gear, and it's definitely gonna open some eyes, get some more views, get some more recognition, and get me out of Colorado. Also, next week, I'm gonna post it here because the sale is next week. Next week is the Memorial Day sale on ProWrestlingTees.com. Our merch is where we make most of our money, so go on there, support all your favorite pro wrestlers, but go on there. Here's the Memorial Day sale. Go buy my gear, or go buy my merch.